Indigo. Today is an awesome day for another Goosebumps video, don't you think? I don't want to wait anymore, so let's get into it. Today I will be summarizing books 13 to 15. I've been enjoying myself so much, and I hope you have too. Thank you for coming here and hanging out with me today. Book 13 is titled Piano Lessons Can Be Murder. The 90s were such a great time of anything goes with music and pop culture. We have murder in child-sized format. But I will say that this is still a good book. Anywho, we follow the events of Jerry, who moves into a new town and needs to find a piano teacher to tackle a new hobby to distract him from his sadness. He also has a cat named Bonkers, which makes me giggle. His dad set him up with the Shriek School, new method piano training, which is already pretty sketchy. He thinks his piano is haunted and it plays itself. He doesn't really like his teacher, Dr. Shriek, very much because he seems creepy. Jerry's parents believe he is acting out to the point where they decide to take him to counseling. He tries to tell his counselor the weird things that are going on, but it's obvious to Jerry that his therapist doesn't believe him either. The story develops and Jerry sees ghosts everywhere. He tries to tell Dr. Shriek that he's going to quit lessons, but he says that that's impossible. It is revealed that Mr. Toggle is behind Dr. Shriek's weird behavior. He's been killing students, cutting off their hands, and using computer programs to make them play music. Thankfully, the ghosts of the students that he killed all conjure up an attack to help Jerry flee. He gets away and later decides to join a baseball team. Fun stuff. Now let's get to the book, which is Werewolf in Fever Swamp. Grady and Emily are hanging out in Fever Swamp while Grady's mom and dad study some deer. They don't really like it out there, and Grady keeps hearing howling at night. There's also a hermit living in the swamp that freaks them out. They meet a boy named Will who wants to explore the swamp with them, and a dog they name Wolf that looks suspiciously undomesticated. There are rumors of a werewolf living in the swamp, and it keeps killing animals, including the deer that Grady's parents have. Everyone accuses Wolf of doing it, but Grady insists it's not him. Will invites Grady to run to the swamp because he said he saw the hermit turn into the werewolf. However, Grady is bitten by Will as he realizes Will was the werewolf all along. Wolf saves Grady from Will, and because of his bravery, the parents decide to keep him. In the end, Grady becomes a werewolf because of the bite, and he and Wolf go hunting together. This book has all the potential to be a great story, but the characters were flat and it was a lot of exposition to introduce and develop in 65 pages. I would say it's still spooky though. Lastly, we have Cant Scare Me. Eddie and his friends are trying to think of a way to pay back Courtney. You see, they are always competing to scare each other, and Courtney seems to always win because she's so brave, but the boys, not so much. Eddie comes up with all these plans that backfire, and finally he and his friends decide to scare her with a legend called the Mud People. They were going to get Courtney to go out to the mud flats outside of town. Then they would dress up as some mud people to try to scare her. They even had someone with a video camera there to prove that she got scared of their elaborate ruse. You know, during that time, a video camera was a luxury. Everything seems to go according to plan until they capture the real mud people on camera. 2 weeks later, Courtney is bragging about not being scared of the mud people, and the boys are too scared to try and get back at her ever again. It's a classic tale of girls versus boys. The book was a bit dry considering it was about mud people, but it was interesting that the focal point of the story was the conflict between Courtney and Eddie rather than the monsters. That's it for this video. Please hit the like button if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe and don't miss the rest of the series. Thank you so very much for watching.